This is the hardest thing I ever done, so I'm actually crying. This is what happened to me at the marathon, the Sables Ultra, and I will try to walk you through the experience. How is it that I prepare for such a race? The one thing I knew is I needed to basically adapt for the desert. Backpack, poles, the whole idea of being completely self-supported. The day came up, finally. Andrea took me with Nico to the airport. After about 15 hours of travel, I arrived in Marrakesh, but I knew I had 10 hours to wait, to sit around, so I decided to go to the downtown, to the plaza. We finally took our last flight to Erechidia, which is where the organization was going to pick us up in a bus and take us to the hotel. And that's when reality started to feel real at this point. Race morning came fast. Bus left super early. I remember it was dark and cold, but the skies were clear. It's 5 a.m. Vamos arriba, ¿eh? Vamos arriba. Sí, ya lo tenemos.
Okay, you all ready? Yeah. Okay.
As soon as we arrived to the desert, the nerves kicked in. Wanted to go to the bathroom. These are small little tents with they're very basic. They have seating, and then you grab a bag. You put it around the seat, you do your thing, and then you take the bag and take it to the garbage outside. MDS is known for starting with loud music from a couple of songs from AC/DC, super loud, and they start explaining the basics of the race. And something very special about this race that I didn't mention yet, you could choose if you wanted to do 100K, 60 miles, or 100 miles. And I chose the 100 miles, and there was no doubt in my mind about that. I was ready for the 100 miles. There was no hesitation whatsoever, at least at this point.
MDS Ultra, 100 miles or 100 kilometers through the Sahara Desert.
It was cold. I started probably the middle of the pack or so. Didn't have a plan, didn't have a goal, just wanted to finish. There was a lot of distance in between the racers. They told us there was going to be a big dune, and that was true. There was a big dune right away, maybe mile 3 or so. You could barely run it. Lost sand, a lot of loose, kind of gravel type terrain. And running wasn't much of an option, but somehow I kept moving. Very early in the race, I was alone. You couldn't see anybody else, and that's really what the desert is all about. This is mile 3 or 4, so I don't know. The key is not to fight the desert. It's not to fight the sun. It's to go with it. to embrace it, to follow the path that was marked before. Now going downhill. Wow, magnificent. Nothing around. Just me in the desert. Trying to have some thoughts, but honestly, it's hard. Just thinking about mile by mile. Sometimes thinking about Andrea, Matías, Santiago, Nico, Ma, Pa. Yeah, it's not as focused. The first checkpoint. Hey! How's it going? I'm gonna keep going, I'm good.
Okay.
Alright. Let's keep it going. See how water so. Around mile 20, 25 I think it was, something happened to me. After one very hard dune full of rocks and uneven terrain, I felt a sharp, intense pain in my inner right leg. It was like a cramp, but it was like electricity. I had never felt that before. And on the top, there were a couple of people from volunteers, and they asked me if I was okay. And honestly, I didn't know. I was worried right there. They asked me to wait a couple of minutes, and they offered me a piece of lemon, which I took. Lemon is good for cramps, and so I took it and then quickly kept going. And then from that on, that pain stayed with me, not for real, not in my leg, but in my head. So I was thinking throughout the race that this may come back, and if it did, I was going to be done. When I see an animal, I remember Nico. It reminds me of Nico. These guys in the middle of nowhere. Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? You're so pretty. Now I feel in the real desert. Nice! Oh, I love it! Very nice. Ciao! In terms of nutrition, I had a flask with water on the left and a flask with the electrolytes on the right. Eating was okay at the beginning, but very quickly became difficult. That always happened to me. And then every checkpoint I will fill up my two flasks and try to drink as much as I could. At mile 30, I reached what they call a big life base. This was the biggest of all. There were 4 in total. There was music, food, energy. Fernando, hello. I didn't realize this was the turning point between the 100K and the 100 miles. I didn't pay attention. I just left that, took one side and kept going. And after a mile or so, I was like, kind of stopped and said, this didn't feel right. I looked, nobody was coming. So I was wandering and I waited, no one came. So I went for another mile or so, and suddenly I see somebody. I stopped and I asked him, is this the 100 miles? I said, yes. Are you sure? Yes, I asked actually. And okay, so, okay, well, thank you. So I was like, relief, huge relief for me. But then at the next checkpoint, I asked again. I wanted to make sure, and they confirmed. They were asking me if it was confusing. I said yes, it was confusing. Well, at least nobody asked me, and they called right away. And I think they were trying to prevent this not to be confused anymore. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
Okay. Give me some water there.
This.
Oh shit. Ooh. Nice.
It's okay for you?
Yeah, thank you. This is mile 43, and there is one of the camps here where I will be able to eat something and drink and whatever. So, I am tired, I'm not gonna lie, but I knew it, so it is what it is. Around mile 45, again, thinking out the dark coming, but just before that I stopped in another survival place, and there was this guy Paul. He was resting, he looked tired. He was there for a while. He was having a soup and a coffee, so I did. I waited a bit, he left, and then I was making time, went to the bathroom actually for number 2, and didn't care much about people passing me or anything of that. So honestly, I didn't care about the position. It didn't mean anything to me. So around mile, I think it was 50, the sun went down. It started getting dark. I had a light, and started getting a bit cold. Not much yet. Mile 60 or so, I started putting a couple of layers on the top, and that's when I met this guy Adrian from Malta. He reached to me, and we started walking together. We talked for a little bit, but then silence started. We just follow each other. Mile 65. And my friends from Malta. The terrain was super hard. It was dark. It was rocky, more than I thought. It was sandy, and this guy Adrian had poles. He had more energy than I did, and the poles were helping him. And then around mile, I think it was mile 85. I didn't know. He knew that a big sandy hill was coming, and he stopped and said, "Hey, take this pole." And I said, "No, it's okay. Don't worry about it." "No, come on." He insisted, and I said, "Okay, I'll take it." I thought he meant just for a little bit. I ended up finishing with the pole. At mile 90, Adrian was gone already. I saw Paul again, the guy I saw before, and he looked terrible. He was in this bonfire, getting warm. He didn't talk much, but he was having a soup and a coffee, and so I did. I was hurt as well.
You drink coffee or coca?
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee?
And coca.
The sugar? 1 sugar, 2 sugar?
2 sugar, yeah, as many as you want, yeah. I basically took off a bit before him, not to race with him, but just because if I stayed longer, I would have a much difficult time to step up again. Suddenly the sun came up. I think it was, I don't know, maybe 8 a.m. or so. So I started removing some of my layers, and then the next checkpoint came in, and I was warm already. I wanted to take off my pants, the thermal pants, and I asked them if they could help me, I couldn't untie my shoes. So I sat, they helped me to sit, and amazing volunteers. And I basically took off the pants, put them in my vest, and now I was fresh again. They told me, hey, Fernando, it's only 5 miles to go, so get it done. And okay, it's only 5 miles. I was like, okay, now, awesome. And suddenly I realized these were the hardest 5 miles ever. Loose sand, big dunes everywhere, and this did not look like 5 last miles. This looked like 20 miles at that point.
Stomach issues, leg issues, head issues, all the issues. This is to give you a perspective of what it is. This is a walking race. It's not. You can run only a few sections. The rest is like this, or rocks. It's just nuts. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I suffer like never. It was a pure grit, pure human endeavor, and oh my God, I can't believe.
Suddenly, I think it was the last mile. I could barely see the end. I tried to call Andrea to finish together virtually. I do that when she's not there. She didn't answer. It was at 3 a.m. At home in Houston. So I kept going, and then finally saw the finish line. They called my name, and that's when everything hit me. This was most probably the longest suffering I ever had for the longest time. I did not sleep, I did not eat much, I did not listen music. I was just 26 hours of pure grit, suffering. And I was as happy as I could be, and actually as soon as I crossed the line, Andrea called me, so I got the call from her, and I started crying. I was emotional, and just everything hit me at once.
Just finished the race. 26 hours and a half, and this is the hardest thing I ever done. So I'm actually crying from the emotion, and I thank you everybody that supports me, Andrea, the kids, Nico, my friends at Microsoft, and Fugro and Capgemini, and some others that help me, support me. So.
And then I saw my new friend Adrian from Malta, the guy from the pole, and I gave him the pole, gave him a big hug, and so was so thankful for him to do that. He didn't have to do that, and that was such an amazing gesture from him. Next day, wanting to walk a little bit, Martin and I walked for a mile or so to a little Moroccan store. This will end up being one of the best stories of the trip. His brother was selling rocks in a nice little store, and he wanted to do what they do there, which is sit down, having a tea, negotiate, and giving you prices for the rocks. And I ended up buying 3 rocks. I fall in love with them. He was telling me the stories about the rugs and the memories of these rugs, and the stories behind it were amazing. The guy was speaking in Spanish to us, and he was super nice, super humble. Great memories out of that. In closing, this race taught me a lot. It taught me that rewards don't really matter. Standards do. The medal was the same for everybody, no matter the distance. Only you know what you choose, only you know what you finish, and only you care, and that's very special about it. A stranger gave me a pole when he needed it too, so that was super powerful. Humility, my friend Martin was so humble about winning the race and didn't make a big deal out of it, and that was super well taken by me and others. You also realize that sometimes life slows you down on purpose, so you can connect, and that is what MDS Ultra does for you. This race was not about running, was not about winning, was not about the medal. It was about staying in the moment, living the experience, taking the next step when you're tired, when you're done, when you think you cannot do more, you still do, and you make it happen. And this is a race that will stay in my heart forever. And again, it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. And would I do it again? Probably, but we'll probably choose another one as hard. So that is the story. Thank you.